Hi guys, Jonathan here, and I hope you're doing well. I hope everything is good, guys. And this is the first video that I'm shooting here in Lisbon in this new year, in 2023. And guys, Happy New Year! Just to say something. And yeah, I got back from Italy 1 week ago after the Christmas holidays, but before the New Year's Eve that I spent here in Portugal, just to give you guys a bit of context. And yeah, this is the first video that I'm shooting here in 2023. So in this video we will talk about, basically this is the second part of my collaboration with Dehancer, and I already talked about these guys in the other video, the how to make your neighborhood look cinematic video that I uploaded here on YouTube. And basically in that video I was talking about the Dehancer Pro plugin for DaVinci Resolve. And in this case, I'm talking about photography. So for those of you who are more interested in photography, I guess this will be more interesting. But yeah, because probably most of you already know about Dehancer for my video or for other videos. But probably not a lot of you know about the fact that this plugin is available also for Lightroom, and I think also Capture One and probably other photo editing programs as well. But I'm using Lightroom, so in this case I will show you how it looks on Lightroom. And at the same time I want to introduce a city in Portugal that is called Évora, and it's I think that it's the last place that I visited here in Portugal before going to Italy for the holidays, because sometimes I like to have these like day trips and try to visit as much as I can of Portugal. And unfortunately lately I've not been able to do that so much, but I managed to visit Évora in December. I went there with Claudia, my girlfriend, and a couple of friends from work, and we spent there the day because I mean Évora is not like a big city, so one day is kind of enough to visit it. And yeah, I just wanted to give you a bit of context about Évora before going into the video actually. So Évora is the capital city of the Alentejo region here in Portugal, that is in the center east, so going towards Spain, coming from Lisbon. And I mean it's a very interesting place in my opinion. It has like 50,000 inhabitants, so it's not like a very big city. As I said, it's an historical place. It has a lot of interesting spots that derive from the Roman colonization, the influences from other cultures as well. For example, I visited the cathedral, there's a monastery, there's the royal palace, the Roman temple of Diana, that is probably the most important landmark, we can say it like this, in Évora. And I visited also the chapel of Bones, that is another important landmark in Évora, another place that a lot of people want to see like in real life, because in real life I mean the chapel of Bones is very peculiar, it's very I mean particular place. So yeah, it's I think that it's worth it, guys. If you're here in Portugal, if you want to visit some places that are not as famous as known as for example Lisbon or Porto, you can visit Évora, for example. And there are a lot of other cities that I want to visit, like Coimbra, Braga, Aveiro. I've never been to these places as well, so I want to visit those places during this year, possibly. We'll see, guys. So, talking about the main subject of this video, the title of this video will probably be, because I still have to choose the title, something like shooting analog without analog. I understand, and for the huge film community that is here on YouTube, I understand that it doesn't make sense, and it's counterintuitive, and it's clickbaity, and it's a lot of stuff. And I understand it also from the perspective of someone like me who doesn't shoot film photography, even if in Italy, when I was in Italy, I found a good deal for a film camera that I bought, and I bought also some film. I won't spoil the film that I bought because it's very, I mean, I wasn't expecting to find a film like this in Italy, not in Italy in general, but I wasn't expecting to find this kind of film that I won't say the name of it in the first place that I was visiting like by chance like this. I'm going to buy some film, okay, I found this, wow. And I'm so curious to try it out as well, but guys, you already know the drill. A video about film photography will come. I don't know if it will come sooner or later, but at one point it will come on this channel as well, because I'm curious, because I want to try it out. And yeah, I'm talking about film photography and analog photography, yeah, in general, because there's not like a trend, but I mean, if you've been on Instagram, on YouTube in the last years, you'll notice that a lot of, I mean, the photo, the film, the analog look started to be popular again after a lot of years of ultra HDR images, of super detailed pictures of people doing the pixel peeping thing, you know, checking the 200% zoom on pictures to see if everything was in focus. After all of this shit, because we have to call things as they are, this trend, this thing of trying to emulate film photography and the film colors and all the little things about film photography in general is becoming trendy in the last years. And I can't say because the Nile is a river in Egypt. This comes from TikTok, and it's not even related to photography, but I wanted to say it because just because it just came to my mind. So I have to say it, I have to admit that even in my photography I always try to emulate that kind of look, even if I spent a lot of years trying to create my own presets, trying to understand what is the kind of look that I actually like, not just to emulate film, but to create something that is guys, if you know my photography, you know that my photography is kind of it has this kind of vintage look. I can't say that it doesn't have it. It's something that I aim for, so I hope that it has this kind of vintage look. At the same time, there are the colors. For example, I use a lot the dark green, some particular kind of orange, burgundy, this kind of colors that I really personally like in my personal life. Apart from photography, I like these colors, so I try to use these colors in my photography and try to make it my signature style. And yeah, so I can't say that I'm not part of this trend, and that's why I'm talking about this Dehancer Pro plugin for Lightroom. One thing that I want to say before talking about the plugin, because there's not a lot to say about the plugin, since it's basically the same thing that applies for DaVinci. In talking about the other video that I already shot about the Dehancer plugin, the film simulations are basically the same. The regulations that you can make in this program, this plugin, that is, I mean, when you're in Lightroom, basically you right click on a picture and you click edit in Dehancer, and it opens another window and you work on that window. It's as simple as that. It's super simple, guys. If you're worried about it, it's super simple. You don't have to worry. So I was talking about my own experience creating my presets and trying to understand which is my favorite style of editing pictures and this kind of stuff in general, because at first, as I said in the other video, with videos I'm a bit less picky, let's say it like this. I prefer to concentrate on the overall composition, and then the color correction can be this or can be that. It depends on the mood, it depends on a lot of factors, and I'm not saying that this is wrong, because it actually makes sense from some perspectives. It makes sense, and but with photography for me it's different, because I spent a lot of hours, days, weeks, months, years trying to find my own style, and at the moment I still stick to 4 to 5 4 presets, different presets that I use depending on the situation and stuff, but they all have something in common, like the colors that I like in common, and in general the balance between light and shadow, in order to obtain that kind of result that I like, that is related to how I actually see my photography and the pictures that I take when I shoot them. So when I shoot them, I already know that the result that I want to achieve is this, and that's it. And that's why, as I was saying in the other video, I was a bit skeptical about using this kind of plugin, the Dehancer plugin, on Lightroom. And I have to admit that in the end, after using it, after trying it on different in different environments with different pictures taken at different hours in different places and stuff, I have to say that the results are pretty amazing, guys. And at this point of the video I will already have put some examples of before and after of pictures that I took with my GX80 and with no, I was with the G80 and the 14-140. I only took that camera and that lens to Évora. So in the Évora case I was shooting with this gear, and at this point you already have seen some examples, so you will already have understood what I'm talking about. I didn't remember exactly the film simulations that I was using in each case, but I tried to differentiate. I tried to use a lot of different film simulations for all these examples in order for you to understand that there are a lot, really a lot of different possibilities with the Dehancer Pro plugin for Lightroom. So at this point the question is will I stop using my presets in order to substitute them with the Dehancer plugin? Probably no, because I like my own style, I like my signature style, let's call it like that. I know that a lot of the people who are following my channel on YouTube or my account on Instagram are following my account or my channel because they like my own style, and it's something that makes me very proud when people are complimenting me for my way of taking pictures and also of coloring them, of editing them in general. So it's not something that I'm trying to run away from. It's a style that I got in the last years and that I want to develop and stuff, and who knows, probably maybe if I keep using this Dehancer plugin, that I will honestly I will keep using that because it's good, and for some things I'm thinking of combining that with my own edits and doing a sort of mixture. I already tried with some pictures and it doesn't look bad, so I think that it's still good. It's not the thing that it's not something that I couldn't live without, let's say it like this. But in my opinion, instead of, for example, buying Lightroom presets, and this is very counterintuitive from my side because I'm selling Lightroom presets as well, but at least mine are cheap, so it's something that is doable in some ways, let's say it like this. But yeah, instead of buying like 200 euros packs of Lightroom presets that are actually just Lightroom settings, buying something like a plugin like this, this Dehancer plugin for Lightroom is a totally different tool, and it's worth the money that you pay for it, because honestly it's a different thing from having a Lightroom preset and trying to apply it to your pictures, not considering the different light situations, the different colors, the different gear that you may use, this kind of stuff. So it's something that in my opinion makes sense, especially for someone who is starting to understand is starting to practice with color correction, with editing pictures in general, because it's not only about choosing the film that you want to emulate, even if the list is very very long. There's Fuji, there's Kodak, you name it, guys. There's Agfa, there's everything. There are also some films that are not very well known, and they are a super cool thing to discover, in my opinion. There's also CineStill that is super good, and the result, the emulation, is very very close to the real one, so in my opinion it's worth it. And I can't say bad things about this plugin. The only bad thing that I can say is that, but probably it's also the fact that I use a laptop and my computer is not the most expensive one in the planet. The thing is that if your computer is average or below average, this plugin could take a bit to load, because it's still a plugin like the one for DaVinci, that it requires a bit of energy from the computer, a bit of memory, of graphic memory, of all this kind of stuff, the specific stuff, guys. So sometimes I noticed that it was lagging a bit, it was taking more time than it should for loading all the films simulation. And talking about all of the film simulation that you have that are available with this plugin, there's also a lot of customization that you can do for each film simulation. So there are a lot of settings that you can tweak until you get to your final result. So it's a very complete plugin. The only thing is that, at least in my case, it was a bit slow to load. So yeah, in the end it kind of makes sense. The results, guys, you already seen the results probably at this point. They are super good. The colors are awesome. The results that you can get with this plugin, in my opinion, are totally worth it. And yeah, last but not least, guys, if you want to use my discount code, that is just Jonathan, like this, I will put it here on the screen, you will receive a 10% discount on your Dehancer Pro purchase. So guys, just like this, as I said in the other video, the guys from Dehancer have been so kind with me. They just reached out to me. They were like, okay, do you want to do this review? Do you want to try out this plugin, this stuff? I said yes. They didn't tell me anything to say in particular, like you have to say this, you have to say that. They're not even reviewing the video before I'm uploading it, so it's my honest, totally honest, unbiased review of this plugin. And as I said, guys, as I already said, I think that I won't use this plugin as much as I use the plugin for DaVinci, because the plugin for DaVinci has already become part of my like normal day-to-day workflow. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you liked the pictures, the results, the Dehancer plugin in general. I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel and seeing the other videos that I uploaded. We are just above the video number 100. That was the last video that I uploaded, so this will be the video number 101, and it's a sort of anniversary, I guess, but yeah, happy birthday to my channel. And guys, see you in the next videos. There will be another video about Évora. I'm not spoiling anything, but there will be another one, and other videos about other stuff. You already know the drill. So thank you again for watching this video, and see you here on the channel. Bye guys.